Hi, YouTube friends. So we are in the Doctor Who room, and I got finally to watch Flux last night. I wanted to give you my sort of initial um, reaction to it. I think it's wonderful. I actually really enjoyed it a lot. This six-parter might end up being my favorite section of Jodie Whittaker's time as the Doctor. I don't know if that's really going to be true, but it's hard to tell at this point. But there are a few things that I really liked about this story. One of the things is that I liked that it is a six-parter. I think that it's going to be totally binge-worthy once it gets all, you know, once everything is what is done and it's all like been broadcast, and then they put it out on video and we can watch it on video and stuff. Speaking of which, I have it kind of going in the background, but I don't want to infringe on any copyright, so I'm going to stop recording the screen now. I'm going to turn back around to the other part of my Doctor Who. But anyway, if you haven't gotten an opportunity to watch, it is available on Amazon Prime. You can purchase it there for just a couple of bucks, or you can get the whole season. I went ahead and purchased the whole six episode season for like $13, which is what I usually do. They put the episodes up on Amazon Prime Video. It's not Prime Video. It's just Amazon Video the day after they air, so you can see them then. So I like that it's a six-parter. I think, like I said, it's going to be really binge-worthy once it's all published and like ready to go, and you can actually sit down and do them all six at once. It is a little bit of a throwback to the old school like episode styles from the classic era. In that it's old school in that like they have this really big cliffhanger at the end. The episode doesn't really stand up on its own as like a standalone episode. And I know that in some of the newer series, like there have been times when you've had a story arc that sort of goes over all of the stories, but then each individual story you can just watch on its own and you can feel that sort of sense of satisfaction that it's its own whole and complete story. This is not really happening with this story very much. There's a lot of questions left unanswered. There's a lot of loose threads. There's a huge cliffhanger at the end, and a lot of new characters introduced, a lot of classic characters introduced. It's kind of a lot going on in this episode. It really does need to be part one of this six-part epic story. You really probably do need to take it in the context of the whole entire thing. So for those people on the web who are complaining that it's not a very good standalone episode, my response is it's not supposed to be. It's supposed to be a six-parter. So I'm really looking forward to seeing the next part of it. The new companion, Dan, I so far like him. I understand that the guy who plays him is pretty famous in the UK. I have seen this actor on a handful of things on YouTube because I'm a little bit of an Anglophile. I watch some Graham Norton. I watch some of the like game shows that they have. 8 out of 10 Cats Does Countdown, and there's a handful of little game shows that Would I Lie to You is another one that's really good. And so I feel like I've seen John Bishop, is that his name? I feel like I've seen him on some of those. And so, he's really funny on those shows. On Doctor Who, so far, his performance is not all of that colorful, or there's not a lot to stand out about him. But I don't think that we're meant to see all of that yet. There was so much going on in this episode with brand new characters and the costuming and the prosthetics and the special effects and all of that stuff going on. I think that one more thing being thrown in there with that character being loud and in charge, I think it would have been too busy. So I'm kind of glad that they had him to be a little bit more subdued in this episode. It'll be good to see how he ends up developing as a character over the next six. I cannot let the fact that they had a person who is differently abled step on and be an actor in the first 10 minutes of the show, and it wasn't made a thing. They just were an actor. They played a part, and it was its thing, and then it was over, and never. I'm the one who's mentioning the different ability here, but I just have to say I'm glad that they're doing that. I like that. I really liked the dog character. I don't know what they're calling that, the lupine something, but basically it's a species, it's a race that kind of looks like a dog. In the same way that in the Doctor Who universe, we used to have these sort of aliens that were cats, and they had this sort of cat prosthetics, and there were nuns and they were nurses. Now we sort of have this sort of, it's like a sister race to that race, and they're a race of sort of dog, but they're humanoids. And what I really love about this is this concept that they are species bonded. So every dog, although I don't think they like to be called dogs, but every one of the aliens has a human on Earth that they're species bonded with. So there's so much I want to dig into there as far as how that works. And then I kind of go, oh, I want to know what mine is. So it's really, really great. I think it's a cute idea. It's just really neat. And the character himself is really fun. So that was good. What else about this story? I've only watched it through once, and so I don't have a good handle on all the names and everything. I am glad that they're going to address this thing about the mysterious organization that the Doctor used to perhaps work for, and why the Doctor is not a Time Lord, but is instead something else. And it sounds like we're going to get more answers on that in the next 6 stories. So I'm really glad about that, because that is a huge, loose thread that I think needs pulling. Yeah, so other than that, I think it was great. I'm looking forward to seeing the next one. So that was my reaction. Love to hear what you guys thought. And if you watched in a different way, besides Amazon Prime, and besides watching it straight on TV as it was broadcast, because I don't have that as an option. If you're doing it a different way, let me know, because I'm always curious about the different ways that you can access the show. Oh yeah, the new race, not that one, although that was sad, these 2 guys. The one that is in the prison bubble there, I thought that they kind of reminded me of the Tim Shaw, the ones with the teeth. For whatever reason, their prosthetics and their just overall look, that guy. I don't know what we're calling this alien. Are we calling him the swarm? I don't know. Or is the swarm the Flux? Or is that the same thing? But anyway, to me, when they stand up, I just see Tim Shaw. But I haven't seen the Tim Shaw episodes very often, so maybe that's just something I'm associating with Jodie's era. But anyway, really cool. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'd like to hear what your thoughts are. We'll see you later. I've got to go to work. Bye.